Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back to this. Jesse, we're getting started a little after 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Was ahead of schedule as usual, and then just lost track of time with the charts the last couple of minutes. But here we are, 9:03. Not too bad, not too bad. And we got a lot to cover as usual. This week we are kicking off. It's been more than 1 year since we started doing the live streams, and we try to do it every single day that the market is open. And I vowed, or I committed to myself to do it every single day. Of course, I was off on vacation here or there. I think I was sick one time, so wasn't 100% perfect. But the goal was to, or I said I'm going to do it for at least 1 year, every single day that I can. And that 1 year is up. That was September 7th, 2023. So I didn't know if I was going to keep doing it because it requires a lot of energy. I don't have any sponsors. I don't have any paid affiliates, right? I don't need any of that. I'm my own person. Still make most of my money on my swing trades, right? So then you got the hobby of the Discord, and then what's brewing in the Discord. It's going to be a whole nother level over there. So, but here we are. I don't need a paid affiliate links. I don't need to. I retired my wearing suits a long time ago. Thankfully, I don't have to fake it anymore. I don't have to fake it to make it, right? With the wearing a suit. So here we are in my fake living room with a hat on and a t-shirt. So there we go. I guess that's what happens when it doesn't matter anymore, right? So, but we're here. We're still trying to help people. Everyone who does support me in the Discord, though, even though I still consider it a hobby, I appreciate it. I've probably invested a lot of that money over the last couple of years back into more tools to help you out in the Discord than actually me making money on it. So, but thankfully I have. Thankfully you've kind of made me go down that rabbit hole of teaching what I saw in the charts, because I don't think I would be where I'm at as far as like the tools that we're rolling out that are in beta tests that in the Discord already. I don't know if I'd ever, maybe I would have, but it kind of pushed me to go to work harder to help all of you. And then in return, it's helped me, right? So I don't know so thank you. What I'm trying to say is thank you, because I don't know if I would have gone down that rabbit hole as quickly and as hard, how much energy, how many hours I put in over the last couple of years building. And here we are. Good stuff. So with that, it's kind of a long ramble. If you're new to the channel, usually I don't ramble that long in the very beginning. So bear with me. But it's Monday morning. We're just getting this thing rolling after a nice weekend. My Minnesota Vikings won. Good luck charm. My baby watched for a little bit, and then she was over it. She don't care. She don't care about watching football, but she had her cute baby football outfit on. We will cover Bitcoin. We'll cover the altcoins. I posted earlier that looks like, altcoins have been overdue for a bounce, right? Overdue for a bounce. And some of them look like they're starting to bounce. Some of them had already hit one out of 4 targets. So we're going to definitely cover the altcoins. We'll take a look at the NASDAQ, the indices like the NASDAQ, SP 500. We'll probably look at the Magnificent 7 and any other stocks or crypto assets that kind of jump out at us. And then, of course, the second half of the live stream, we will chart your requests. So make sure to type in the comments the ticker symbol you want me to chart. Let me know what type of asset class it is. Is it crypto? Is it stock? Whatever it is, type in the comments so I can. This is a live stream. None of this is scripted. I don't have a script over here. I don't even have an outline. I just have a watch list, and we're going to go down the watch list because that's what we do. We're looking at watch lists all day, every day, and we'll chart it out. So there we go. What else? That's about it. I say we jump right in. Let's jump right in. So, good morning, everyone. Kyle, what's up? Happy Monday. Yep. Johnny C, present. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Long time market sniper. Good to see you back on here, Johnny C. Yep, doing good. Thank you. Happy Monday, first live stream attending. Cool. Yeah, usually we don't ramble too much in the beginning. Usually we try to get right into the charts within 3 to 5 minutes, but it's Monday, so we're trying to get the flow going, right? So welcome. We'll get into it. Yep. Oh, you're part of the replay. Oh, got it. So it's not your first time watching, but first time on the live stream. Cool. Sent a couple of requests on Discord. Okay. Did you tag me? In the direct message. Okay. Yeah, I can't keep straight all your names across YouTube, Twitter, and Discord. They're all different, and emails and all that stuff. But if I didn't reply to you within, say, 2 days or 24 to 48 hours, and it's important to you, just tag me in the direct message and let me know again. I will get back to you. I 100% get back to everybody, 100%. But I may see it and have a lot of other things on my plate or my mind or something I'm working on and forget to come back to it. So definitely not trying to ignore anyone. So just give me another gentle reminder, not like every 5 minutes, but if I don't get back to you in a day or two and it's important, then I'll definitely respond to you. Definitely. Okay. Is that crypto, Juan, or is that probably crypto? But let me know what type of asset class it is. Crypto, stocks, etc. Sure. Oh, now you're asking for a lot. Gosh. Martina, good morning. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks, Juan. Appreciate that. All right, let's jump into it. So let's just rip the Band-Aid off and talk about the negatives here for a second on Bitcoin. Weekly chart closed, right? The weekly chart closed yesterday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, my time. I don't know what time it is in your area, your part of the world, but it was 5 p.m. So what was that? 16 hours ago. 16 hours ago, we had a weekly candle close. And this is my own personal opinion. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, it's for educational purposes only. And hopefully we have a little bit of entertainment along the way, like making fun of me when I mispronounce names. So let's see. Everyone's got their own strategy. You could be profitable or unprofitable. Most of you are unprofitable. When I'm talking about lower highs and lower lows, I'm not talking about wicks. I'm talking about candle closes, right? So the candle close, what we're looking at over here is more important to me than the wicks for high, low. Obviously I use wicks for trend lines here and there, stuff like that. But there's things I use wicks for, but lower highs and lower lows is not one of them, right? The wicks would probably tell you the same thing anyways, but for the most part. But the candle closes are more important to me. So take that for however you want to. But you had a low. This is a weekly chart. You had a lower high, another one, a lower high over here, another possible lower high over here, right? As the trending dots are trending downward. And this pivot point over here on July 1st weekly candle was taken out with this weekly candle close. So that's more important to me than any wicks to the upside, right? Just as taking out this pivot point over here was more important to me with the candle close on July 1st, right? So that was the lowest pivot point over here, It was taken out with this close, and then it did not take it out over here. And then this was a possible lower high. We didn't know for sure. It wasn't confirmed. And then yesterday's weekly candle close confirmed it. Doesn't mean the bottom can be in, but it's just signaling to me on a weekly chart that it continues to put lower highs and lower lows in on the candle closes, which is, again, more important than the wicks. Chief Diaper Changer reporting here. Jesse, you didn't even put a suit on today. Don't care. Don't care. Don't need to wear a suit. I work for myself, right? I work for myself. I'm not trying to impress anyone. I don't have realtor partners. I don't have loan officers that are on my team that I'm trying to look like blah 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 whatever, or for the clients, whatever. I don't need to wear a suit, right? So yeah, I'm wearing a t-shirt and a hat in my fake living room background. Well, the truth is, I got pushed out of my own office, right? Yeah, a little bit of sacrifice, right? A little bit of sacrifice. I got pushed out of my own office because the baby, right? So the baby came. That's what we planned for her. We worked hard for her, right? We got her, and then I ended up. My sister was in town, and she wanted to decorate the baby room. I was like, okay, she's good at decorating, so she helped us. And I was moving furniture around and stuff. I'm like, well, the master bedroom is big enough, so now I've thankfully the master bedroom is big enough. I got like 1/3 of the master bedroom for the office, but it's a master bedroom, so it doesn't look great on camera, right? I had it all set up in the office, and here we are in my makeshift living room, and that's what it is, right? I don't have a mansion. I live in Orange County, California. I don't have a mansion. I'm not. I don't have a net worth of $100 million, right? So maybe one day, but definitely don't have a net worth of $100 million. Don't have a mansion in Orange County, California, right? So I'd probably have multiple homes first. Like we already had a cabin, and I thought that price went parabolic in 2021, and it continued to do so in 2022. But I've seen that play out before, and we sold our successful Airbnb cabin rental. What I thought was the peak, maybe peaked a little bit higher, but it was definitely overbought in my opinion, and sold our second home. So we had a second home up in Big Bear Lake. It was nice. We miss it. We do miss it, but I vowed to wait for the market to correct, and then we will buy more, and we will buy more at the next buying opportunity. Right now, there's not a buying opportunity. So, practice what you preach. Buy low, we did. Sell high, we did. And now we got to wait patiently, even though we really, really, really want a second home again, and we miss it. Practice what you preach. And that's what I did. And we locked in 17 years of net rental income in one sale, right? We only owned it like 19 months. So I went parabolic for no reason. Practice what you preach. Move on. Let's go. All right. So that's Bitcoin. G-Rod. Good morning, snipers. I only realized last week that it's not your living room. Oh, yeah. Well, if you were before the fake living room a month and a half ago, then I always had the real office, right? I always had the real office. Yeah, it's not my living room. Not the living room. It'd be with a newborn. Oh, it's too messy, right? It's too messy. It's messy Jesse right now with the newborn. We're just trying to survive sleep, right? And if you have a kid, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, one day you might find out what it is. So with that, that's a lot of talk. Oh, one other thing I want to show on the two. Here are the midterm to long-term targets as well. Remember, trending dots are still trending down, right? Putting in lower highs, lower lows. Retested target 2 that we talked about. And then, the probabilities are continuing to increase that we will go down and hit target 3. We don't know for sure. It's never a guarantee, but 2 of the 4 targets to the downside have been hit so far on Bitcoin. Weekly chart, the 200-week moving average down here since 39,000. We've talked about this. We've covered it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to previous live streams. We don't need to cover the same thing every day. Yep. Good morning, Arnold. Welcome back, longtime market sniper in the Discord. Good to see you on here, my man. It was hot here yesterday. I couldn't imagine how hot it is in Florida, where you're at. How hot? Let me know how hot it was in Florida, my man. We got to jump back on a call one day too. We haven't been on a call in a while in the Discord. My first and official only moderator, unpaid. Thank you, Arnold, for all that you do in the Discord. I appreciate you. And yeah, there you go. So I don't know. Do you even moderate? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know if you moderate. I don't moderate you. So I don't moderate the moderator. So I don't know. You just do it out of giving back to the community, right? Giving back to the community. So thank you. So that's Bitcoin. One thing I wanted to show you was the Heikin-Ashi weekly chart. I don't trade with the Heikin-Ashi, but I do like to look at it from time to time for also identifying the trend. But just want to point out one thing. We had another RSI. We had another Bitcoin Heikin-Ashi sell signal last week. And there was no wick to the upside. And I pointed that out and posted on the Twitter X app, right? That it could prove to be a stronger move to the downside when there's no wick to the upside. Like the strength of trend could be more to the downside, just as it was over here, right? There's no wicks to the downside, no wicks to the downside, right? No wicks to the upside, push it down, right? So we had the second consecutive no wick to the upside, could be possible strength of trend to the downside, continue down, right? Now, I did post that there's bullish divergence on the daily chart. This is the weekly chart, remember, right? So a lot of people get confused. But there is bullish divergence on the daily chart, which could signal right? So you got bullish divergence getting picked up on the RSI 2.0 indicator. And then, of course, this is additional bullish divergence, in my opinion, right? A lot of people argue with me. Doesn't matter. I didn't read any of this in a book. This is from extensive and obsessive amount of chart reading, right? I didn't learn from anyone on this stuff. So self-taught, didn't read a book. Haven't been doing this 30 years. Haven't been doing this 20 years. I mean, it doesn't even matter. The market changes. Every year, the market is changing and evolving. So it doesn't even matter how long you've been doing this for. Obviously, you want some experience. Obviously, you want to spend an obsessive amount of time on the charts to know what you're talking about. But it doesn't matter if it's 10 years, 5 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. It doesn't matter because there wasn't even like trading view 30 years ago. There wasn't even like algorithm trading now. And everything is getting so automated with trading that it doesn't even matter anymore if you've been doing this 20, 30 years. No one cares, right? Silly. Cool. You've been doing this 20 plus years. Sweet. And you're still selling courses in 20 years. Oh my goodness. There we go. Matthew. Yeah, we're on one today. Good morning. We're on one today. We're calling out the unprofitable people out there, right? Most likely. We don't know. We're just speculating. Just like we do. So there's bullish divergence on Bitcoin daily chart. So expect bounces along the way, right? So expect bounces along the way. A higher low will be the higher probability that the bottom is in. We don't have that yet, right? A higher low will be the higher probability that the bottom is in, and we don't have that. Right now we have bullish divergence, and we could have continued bullish divergence, or bullish divergence could be cleared with a bounce and we go lower, right? So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. So, oh wait, that was on Heikinashi. Oops. There's still bullish divergence on, yeah, there's still bullish divergence even on the regular candles because I was looking at it earlier, right? So we got bullish divergence going all the way back to here. I know. A lot of the paid fellas out there are only covering bullish divergence here, right? They're only covering this bullish divergence. Well, we can't teach everybody exactly what we know. But if you took the course, right, we have 60 plus hours of, it's not even like a perfectly detailed out. It's like real talk like this, and real setups, and real real life scenarios with the live coaching crew that we recorded. I didn't have it. I had like a brief overall outline that I wanted to cover, and the first like 8 to 10 videos are pretty outlined, but none of it is scripted or edited, and all of those videos still remain. I didn't go back and delete any of them. They're all valid today, 2 years later, 2 years and 3 months later, right? Still valid. I'm still using the same strategy. So you'll see a lot of people cover this bullish divergence, but they fail to cover this bullish divergence. And then how do you know where price is going to go on the bullish or bearish divergence? I teach that. And that's something you cannot read in a book, right? I've had the 20 plus year experts challenge me years ago. I remember being challenged 3 years ago from someone who sells courses 20 plus years in the market. I said, you can't teach this in the book. From what I understand, I discovered this. I've never seen anyone talk about this. Maybe there's someone else in the world that's picked up on this as well. But to my knowledge, I discovered how to price out, or how to put a target on price for bullish and bearish divergence of where price could come back to. So there's two things with divergence. So a lot of people mistake it. There's a lot of things, but the two main things for divergence, right? One, it could just be a bounce and a retracement, and that's where my target would come in at. And then two, could be an overall trend change, right? So overall trend change. So this is bullish divergence within a higher time frame, overall downward trend. So I would lean towards the retracement target, and then we'll see after that. So that's how I do it. But everyone's different, and not everyone's created equal, right? So there you go. Whew. Bullish divergence on Bitcoin daily chart. The overall trend on the weekly chart is down. So we'll see what happens. Also, the 2-week chart, right? Trending dots are flipping red on the 2-week chart, just like it did back in 2021, just like it did back in 2022. No sell signal as of yet, but it's a lagging indicator. It's a 2-week chart, right? What do you want? What do you want from me? But you had the RSI sell signal, which was all the way back in June, right? And then the previous RSI sell signal only happened back in April 2021. Of course, there was an epic bounce still, right? But eventually price came back down the 200-week moving average. Could have an epic bounce, or we just have a bounce back into the trending dots, or somewhere in between, right? So it could have an epic bounce. We don't know yet, but eventually the 200-week moving average will get retested. When, we don't know. We don't have a magic crystal ball, right? We don't. Sorry. I wish we did. We'd all be billionaires by then, but we're not. RSI sell signal on the 3-week chart. We've talked about this. We covered it. That was on the end of July, right? Well, it's a 3-week candle. So it started end of July and finished and closed in September. And now we just had another 3-week candle close below the trending dots, right? So if we look at that, we have, let's see, RSI sell signal May of 2021. Then we had candle close below the trending dots, and there's still that epic bounce. But eventually, price came back down the 200-week moving average. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That's the 3-week chart. What about the monthly chart? Monthly chart is, you know, we still have 3 weeks to go before the monthly chart. But there's no RSI sell signal yet. There is longer term bearish divergence getting picked up on the RSI 2.0. And the other bearish thing to talk about on the higher time frames, even though we have bullish divergence on the daily chart, and whatever chart you look at, the 1 minute chart, the 5 minute chart, the 15-minute chart, the 1 hour chart, 4 hour chart, whatever it is, it's all going to have a different story. So we're trying to look at the overall longer term trend. And within that trend, are we looking for bounces? Are we looking to short bounces? All that stuff. So you have to know when I'm posting charts, is it the weekly? Is it the daily? Is it the 4 hour? Is it the 5-minute chart? They're all going to have its own story. So you have to just pay attention to what I'm posting and what they mean. So that's why one of the reasons why I'm doing the live streams, because you can only really teach so much in 160 characters or whatever Twitter X app gives us. And then you have to go into the recorded coaching and do deep dives. But so I'm just really trying to show in the charts within an hour and not go too deep. But while we are here, let's go over here and smash that like button. Ooh, we got 10 likes. Smash that repost button and throw in a quick comment. Help me, help you, help me. And I would appreciate it, right? Appreciate all of your support over there. And we'll go from there. So bada bing, bada boom. There's a reverse candle on the Bitcoin monthly chart, not seen since November 2021. We had a monthly reverse candle on Bitcoin, not seen since what I just said that on April 2024, right? So not only did price go back to the trending dots, price ended up going all the way back down to the 200-week moving average, and price is trending that way, but we don't know for sure if it will continue to go that way. We will see. We got a lot of time left in this month, but continues to go down. Just curious, what does Heikin-Ashi monthly look like? No wick to the upside on the Heikin-Ashi monthly candle. After that reversal candle in November 2021, this is December, but there was no wick to the upside, signaling strength to the downside, right? So there you go. All those wicks up there, followed by. Doesn't look great, right? Doesn't look great unless you're a swing trader. Then it does look great because you don't care if it goes up or down. You care more if it goes up, but you can also make money to the downside as well. So with all that said, this is the daily bullish divergence. Could be looking for a retracement. Could see maybe 60,000, maybe even higher. And then we see it possibly put in another lower high. Maybe it doesn't even do that. We don't know because it's starting to get more and more bearish on the higher time frames. So we'll see what happens. We're just going to take it swing trade by swing trade. So we're aware of the bullish divergence. We're aware of that it's getting oversold, right? And after it got oversold with reverse candles, it bounced, oversold, bounce, oversold, will it bounce? We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Let's see. Let me get off the Heikin-Ashi again. I keep forgetting. Oversold, bounce. Not quite oversold, but on this one. But it was on Heikin-Ashi. So that's why I like to look at multiple things to kind of confirm or see similar things that are going on over there. But Heikin-Ashi is definitely not part of my trading strategy. So that's Bitcoin. Probably won't spend as much time on the rest, but you got Ethereum over here. hit the 200-week moving average, put in a lower low over here on the candle close, fighting to get back above the 200-week moving average. Bitcoin has not retested the 200-week moving average. So is it going to outperform, or is it lagging time-wise? Is Ethereum leading the way, right? Is Ethereum leading the way? But like I said, overdue for a bounce. We've got bullish divergence on Ethereum. Breaking news. We've got bullish divergence, right? And it's trying to find support above the 200-week moving average. Solana. We've got bullish divergence on Solana. Could see a bounce. Could see additional bullish divergence, meaning lower prices. Sand. Longer term bullish divergence, right? This is all bullish divergence. And then let's see. That's even more, right? Is that even more? Yeah, that's even more bullish divergence. So that's all bullish divergence. But it's been overdue for a bounce, right? On sand. Those targets are still valid, in my opinion, right? And a lot of these altcoins look very similar. I posted Algo and I posted AVAX earlier before the live stream. So go take a look at those. Those have pending buy. Algo has a pending buy. We'll take a look at that. AVAX had a buy signal yesterday. I think both of those already, we're going to take a look at it. They may have hit target 1 already as well. Sand did not hit target 1, but the targets are still valid. This could be a candle close back above the trending dots. We have a MACD bullish crossover pending, as you can see on the sharpshooter candles 3.1. And we could see a possible buy signal in the near future. We had bullish divergence, like I said. So there we go, right? We could be seeing a bounce in the near future. We don't know how high it will go. Still bearish on the higher time frames. But even from right here, if price hits the middle of target 1, that's a 40% bounce on sand. If price were to go all the way to target 2, that's just in the middle of it, almost 75% to target 2, middle of it, 100% target 3. And if it goes all the way up to target 4, which I think it could, over 135% return on a bounce. Look at this bounce. Massive bounce over here. This bounce from about the same spot, about 80%, right? So this could be potentially a big a big bounce. But if you're kind of more conservative, right? Seems like there's a lot of reasons to get into target box 2. But before we get to target box 2, we need price to hit target 1, right? So we want to see a buy signal. We want to see this MACD bullish crossover. We want to see a lot of things, but it is back above the trending dots. There is bullish divergence going all the way back to there. So we will see what happens, but optimistic on some of these altcoins, at least catching a bounce. At least catching a bounce. That's what we'd love to see. Near, similar thoughts. Double bottom. You could call it slight bullish divergence, but possible double bottom. So we map this out back here like that and still has not gotten back above this downward trend line. That will be the higher probability. And then, of course, I'd have to draw the targets on from $9 all the way down. Eyeball test, you're probably looking at, those are longer term targets, right? Hit 3 out of the 4 to the upside. But if you've got the eyeball test over here like this, let's see. Target 1 may have been hit already right here, right? And then maybe you've got like target 2, target 3, target, I don't know. Probably not. I probably have to redraw it, but let's see. No, that's slight bullish. This is not bullish divergence. This is a slight higher low on the candle close, right? Slight higher low. Okay, there you go. Let's see what else. 37 minutes in. That's near. Still looking for that same setup over there on near. Filecoin, similar thoughts. Let's see. Let's take a look. The targets are still valid. This is not bullish divergence over here. This is bullish divergence, possible higher low, getting back above the trending dots over here, right? Getting back above the trending dots. So you got a low, you got possible higher low over here, right? So if you look at it, you got this low over here. This is exactly what I'm talking about on near as well. And then you've got a higher low, possible higher low over here, right? Not confirmed until the candle closes back above here, in my opinion, right? Gets back above over there. So won't be confirmed till then, but I don't wait for that. I don't wait for that. But to call it a higher low confirmed, I would wait for that. So to say that, but not for actually taking the trade. So there we go. Filecoin getting back above the trading dots. Breaking news could have Filecoin just put in a higher low after bullish divergence. Bullish divergence, reverse the candle. Price comes up, price comes back down, puts in a slight higher low, and then we'll see if it breaks out to the upside over there. You got arrow over here like that. And then you got double arrow over here. That price would hit. The probabilities would be increasing even more. You got probabilities are increasing over here. That price is going to hit target 1. You got double arrow above there for target 2, and so on and so on and so on. Mana, they're going to all start looking similar, right? So you got bullish divergence followed by a reverse candle. Additional bullish divergence over here, right? So you got to go all the way over like that. It's bullish divergence all the way back over here like that. However, the targets are still valid. Almost hit target 1 over here on Mana. Algo, this is what I was talking about. Breaking news, already posted earlier on the Twitter X app. A low, a possible higher low. Already hit target 1 over here. We've got the check mark. Boom. Target 1 has been hit. Now we got another pending buy signal after a possible higher low. The probabilities are increasing that Algo will go back into target 1 and then go up and hit target 2. Then we'll find out about target 3, target 4. We'll see. We don't have magic crystal ball. There's never a guarantee. We'll see how it plays out. Rock and roll. Cardano, bullish divergence, higher low. Target 1's been hit so far. Could see breaking news. MACD bullish crossover pending. Could see a pending buy signal in the near future as well. Dot, similar thoughts over here on Dot. AVAX had the buy signal yesterday, right? Had the buy signal, starting to get some follow through. The trending dots are not green yet, but did hit target 1 so far. Looks like price really wants to come back into target 1. Then we'll see if it retests the 200-week moving average, regain it, come up and hit target 2. Chainlink, we're rock and rolling now. No, you did not hit the 1.25x speed on YouTube. This is me just going faster because we got a lot to cover, and it's already 9:41. We got some chart requests. Woo! I think the Celsius is starting to kick in. Yes, I was up with the baby from I was on the night shift from 2:30 to 5:30. I got her back to sleep at she officially woke up. I logged it. Yeah, we log it on the app. I logged it that she officially woke up around 3:20, but I was prepped, try to stay one step ahead, got the bottle ready, right? I probably dozed back off after I got the bottle ready, and then she officially woke up at 3:20, got her back to sleep just after 4, 4:15, burped her, changed the diaper, chief diaper changer over here, and fed her, of course. 4 ounces, that little turd. She was at 2.5 ounces when I was taking the night shift. Then it crept up to 3, then 3.5, and the little turd took 4 ounces. I only had 3.5 ounces prepped. I had to wake up the wife and say, "Hey, give me a quick half an ounce," right? Give me a quick half an ounce, put the baby to sleep for another bounce of the ounce, right? So woke the wife up. Actually, I think she was already pumping. I don't know. I was half asleep, right? No, she was pumping. I woke her up this morning at 5:30 to take over my shift. That's what it was. So 5:30, she took over my shift. But she was pumping at like 4. Too much information, probably. And told her, here, let me squeeze out. Give me, not literally, not literally. She already had it in the bottle, right? Give me half an ounce for the bounce, right? And put her to sleep. 4 ounces, though, a turd. What a turd. Chain link looks similar. What is this? What is this? Slightly higher low on the candle close, right over there. Already hit target 1, pumped up above it. Could be putting in a higher low. Could be getting back above the trending dots. Let's go. Fetch.ai. Breaking news. Fetch.ai could have put in a higher low. Boom. Right there. Has a pending buy signal. Could be getting back above the trending dots. We had the more aggressive downward trend line over here, right? More aggressive over here. Let's do that. And then we have the less aggressive over here, downward trend line, the higher probability area, right? So price spiked up to the target 1. The targets are still valid. This is looking like a higher low over here at just above $1 on fetch.ai. The probabilities are increasing. We're going to go at least retest target 1. And then we'll see about target 2, and target 3, target 4, right? So you come in here like that, bada bing, bada boom, all the way to target 4, 100%, right? Target 1, target 2, you get the point. Rari, aka Ferrari, Rarible, right? Similar thoughts over there. Let's switch gears. That was fun. With altcoins. We'll switch gears. We'll go to the NASDAQ. Then we'll go to the Magnificent Seven, and so on and so on. And we'll come back and circle around for the quests. Baby brain, good times. 3-year-old for me, so I know what you're going through. Yeah, I think I'm okay. The baby brain. I think trading crypto with 10x leverage 2020, 2021, where I didn't get a lot of sleep because I was trying to learn Bitcoin and taking a lot of information coming from the options in not industry, the options market, where I learned to trade over on options, jumped right in the fire over there, and then transitioned over the main account over to trading Bitcoin 10x leverage. I wanted to know every square inch of the Bitcoin chart in 2020 and 2021. So I always slept with like one eye open, studied it nonstop. If I'm going to trade Bitcoin with 10x leverage, you better know what's going on with Bitcoin if you're trading in that with your main account, right? So I feel like I've been saying this. I feel like trading Bitcoin 10x leverage 2020, 2021 with lack of sleeping with one eye open, train me for this moment. So you give me 2-3 hour naps, I'm good. Or the babies give me like 4 to 5 hours now, and then I come back and get like an hour nap after that. When I wake up the wife, I'm like, hey wife, it's your turn. I go back to sleep from 5:30, 6:30. The nanny comes at 7:30. We're already rocking and rolling by then, and bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Lawrence, welcome back. Good to see you back on here. Thanks for always smashing the like button and commenting and all that stuff on both apps. This guy is a machine. He's over on YouTube and the Twitter X app. Appreciate you. All right, NASDAQ, right? So this is what we've been talking about. This is what we've been calling out since the bearish divergence, July 10th, followed by the reverse candle on July 11th, right? Broke all the way down. We talked about the bounce, expecting bounces along the way. It did. Did it put in a lower high? Seems like it did. It's not confirmed yet, right? It's not confirmed yet. Still looking for it to take out this pivot point over here, right? Still looking for it to take out this pivot point over here, right? So that's what I'm looking for. A daily candle close below there. So that will confirm the lower high, in my opinion, right? So below there, below the 4 target, and then back below here, right? You've got arrow, 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 arrow. Do that. right? So we called this out on previous live streams. If this is your first live stream, then you don't know what I'm talking about. You have to go back. But even back here, if price doesn't find support at target 3 or target 4, right? Then big red arrow down, right? And then of course take out that pivot point. Will continue to signal to the downside over there. What's the weekly chart doing? The weekly chart had a sell signal, right? So if you look at this, kind of zoom out here for a second, you had long-term bearish divergence, followed by an RSI sell signal and a candle close below the trailing dots. July 2024, not seen since 2021. And when that happened, very similar, there was bearish divergence. There was the RSI sell signal, December 2021. And then after the sell signal, January 2022, right? There's been multiple sell signals. Price came all the way back down to 200-week moving average. It took time. January all the way to September, right? It took, was it 8 months, right? 8 months for the NASDAQ to come all the way back down to 200-week moving average. So if it did something similar, we don't know if it will or not for sure, right? But if we're just looking at it, let's see where we at. Why am I blanking? There we go. Nope. Wrong one. Oh, Jesse. Yeah, I guess this is baby brain. Oh my God, I do this all the time. But when we're trying to do it on live stream, let's see. There we go. I found it. All right, so let's just say here, right? All the way down to there. Okay, let's do that. Let's zoom in here a little bit. And then let's change this to right. So, and then let's move that, right? So you can see that it got close to the 200-week moving average in 2021 and then bounced again and then finally came all the way back down. So could something be similar, right? We don't know for sure, but I mean, you could even, maybe it's lesser, maybe it's like that. And you can see like the trajectory of it, right? You can see the trajectory of the 200-week moving average. Maybe it takes some time for it to play out, right? And it's moving in an upward thing. So in an upward thing, in an upward direction. So there we go. That's the NASDAQ futures. There was a weekly sell signal. The weekly trending dots are trending downward as of right now, right? And maybe it takes some time for it to play out. And maybe 2025, I think the elections are in November, right? Maybe after then. I don't know. I don't know if they'll be able to hold it up that long, but I don't get too involved in the politics anyways. You won't hear me talk about politics one way or the other. If you've known me for any quite length of time, you know my thoughts on that. So we'll just stay hyper focused on the charts and we'll go from there, right? We will go from there. Weekly chart, right? Let's take a look at the 2-week chart. We haven't looked at the 2-week chart. Bearish divergence, followed by a reverse candle, followed by what looks like to be a lower high, followed by that lower high was confirmed, right? Woo. Bearish divergence on the 2-week chart, followed by a reverse candle, followed by RSI sell signal, just like now, followed by a lower high, followed by candle close below the trailing dots. Price came all the way back down to 200-week moving average. So a lot of similarities to 2021 for the NASDAQ. So we'll leave it right there. Expect bounces along the way, obviously, right? Expect bounces along the way, but it's short the bounce season as of right now, in my personal opinion. We don't know how long it'll last. We don't know if it's a 1929 crash. We don't know if it's a 1987 crash. That's great for clickbait, right? We don't know if it's a dot-com bubble crash. We don't know if it's a 2008 crash. We don't know if it's 1980s. We don't know if it's 1970s. Guess what? It's 2024, right? So there we could draw similarities. We could draw comparisons of the last correction of 2021, right? So we're just looking for reversals, pivots, trends, and then swing trade to the best of our ability, either to the downside or back above. So we'll see what happens. The MACD is still negative. The MACD is below the zero line. Blah 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 blah. Trending dots are trending down. All that stuff. So we'll see what happens. Most likely it's going to get sold off, right? SP 500, similar thoughts. Dow Jones, similar thoughts. Yes, it says pending buy signal, but it could just be putting in a lower high just to get back above the trending dots. MACD is still just had that crossover, all that stuff. RSI sell signal, expect bounces along the way, right? Russell 2000, similar thoughts. Dollar, we talked about this. It looked like some profit taking was happening right before the 200-week moving average on the SMA. Maybe not the regular MA, maybe not the EMA. We don't know for sure. Looks like the dollar is going to bounce. It looks like a higher low was put in on the dollar. Looks like we'll probably have a pending buy signal in the near future, probably this week, right? So we'll keep an eye on it. The VIX pumped like 30%. The VIX is coming back to the trending dots. The VIX is still bullish, coming in for a retracement. The MACD had the bullish crossover. There was an RSI buy signal. Blah 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 blah. There is a gap at $36, right? Price. The last time it was bullish, price came all the way up to $65 on the VIX. So higher low. Is it going to put in a higher low or find support of the 200-week moving average? Kind of let the trending dots catch up like that, and then we'll see what happens after that. Let's switch gears over to Magnificent 7. NVIDIA, big move to the downside. There's a tiny gap up here where the trending dots are. Could be catching a bounce, but the MACD is trending down, is back below the zero line, and it is still bearish on the daily chart. Meta, still bearish on the daily chart. Amazon, Amazon's somewhere in the middle. We're going to call it, there was a sell signal, but we're going to call it neutral. It is back above the trading dots. It's kind of indecisive on Amazon. So we're going to leave that one be. We're going to skip that one. Skip. I'm going to skip it. I'm going to skip it. I can skip it. I don't trade everything that I cover. If I get into more than 2 or 3 trades at one time, like shorting SPY and shorting the Dow Jones, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If I get into too many, I get my winning percentage starts to go down as far as like pushing the trade or jumping in, jumping out. I can't have 10 to 15 trades going on. So I'm not trading everything that I cover, right? I'm not trading everything I cover. So I try to stay hyper focused on 2 to 3 bigger swing trades at once and just keep things moving over there. But bearish on Microsoft as of right now. Tesla has a pending buy signal. Another one that could be bouncing. We talked about it. Even back here, could fill this gap over here. There's a gap at 245, 145. Another one that just consolidating sideways. I'd probably stay away from that one. Or I'm not trading that one, right? Me personally. There's a gap down at 173 on Apple. I'm not in a short position. This is just showing like the overall trend of the daily chart. You get a gap at 173. Apple has not retested the 200-week moving average since January of 2019. It got close. But it has not retested it since January of 2019. It's overdue to retest it, to be honest, right? So we'll see if that happens or not. Google just falling out the bottom, right? Got that gap at 144. and it just continues to be ultra bearish over here. It is falling out the bottom over there, right? Left the gap open here, 183, but it is bearish on the daily chart, bearish on the weekly chart, right? What else? 2-week chart had the reverse candle, long-term bearish divergence, had the MACD bearish crossover, RSI sell signal. So there's the 2-week chart for you, right? So a lot of similarities, and it's just kind of falling out the bottom right now on the daily chart. So, whoo, right, right. So that, where are we at? 58 minutes. Oh, got. There you go. Was that a bear flag? I don't do patterns, right? I use them as like ideas, but I don't trade. I don't put money based off of a pattern. If it's an idea and if it lines up for me to want to like take a short or a long position, okay, great. But I don't Wyckoff. I don't Elliott wave, and I don't, I don't build an entire strategy off of Wyckoff, Elliott wave, or patterns, right? It's not reliable enough for me. I want to win a lot more, and if I've seen quote unquote experts put in Wyckoffs and Elliott waves and be completely wrong. Quote unquote experts who sell courses, who make money off people, be completely wrong. Yeah, you're not going to win all of them, but how can you have something that's interpreted one way and you put all your eggs in, or you're not even trading it, you're just collecting subscriptions? Who knows? But I've seen the quote unquote experts out there, Wyckoff, Elliott wave, pattern traders, all that, and be completely dead wrong. So keep that in mind. I don't have any real data on this, but keep that in mind that patterns, Wyckoff, Elliott wave, whatever, probably work out 50% of the time in the right direction. And then actually hitting the price target, probably 30 to 35%. I don't know. Maybe it's more. Maybe I haven't studied it enough, but from what I've looked at on the charts over and over and over again, it hasn't made me want to take a deep dive into it. I've looked at it enough to where I'm not interested, right? And so there's that. Take that for what it is. Whatever. Do you. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just telling you what I think. So if this was a bear flag, and if it were to hit the price target, and maybe it doesn't happen overnight, right? Maybe it comes all the way back down to the 200-week moving average on Google, right? So there's that. Possible. So that's kind of how the actual target would probably be closer to that, with the 200-week moving average as well. So probably not going to hit the target all in one fell swoop. It could, but probably not. Like probably it would come down, spike down like this, right? Get close to hitting the target, fill that gap, bounce like something like that, right? So you can't say it hit the target if it doesn't hit the target based off of the bear flag. If it gets close, it's not, being close is not close enough, right? So, and then, some people will draw it with, based off of the line, right? Again, I don't care enough to draw it out perfectly, but, if it's like the line, like maybe your target's based off of that and it looks a little bit different, then you'd probably move this up like that and be closer to hitting the target. So just keep that in mind. People will move the goalposts all the time if it doesn't work out. Oh, bear flag. Oh, then you never hear about it hitting the target. Oh, so, okay. But if it works in the right direction, then it's fine. It's good for ideas. Google, my own personal opinion, not trying to convince you. Don't care if you Wyckoff. I don't care if you Elliott wave, and I don't care if you use patterns. I don't. It's up to you. That's you. I'm not trying to convince you one way or the other. I could care less if you do it or not. I'm just telling you. Uh, who's Melissa? Who the heck is Melissa? Should I be giving a shout out? Hope is it your who's Melissa? Uh, could you give a shout out to Melissa right now? I want to know who Melissa is first before I give a shout out. She's in the living room watching with me right now. I want to trip her out. Melissa, are you there? Is it your daughter? Is it your daughter? If so, shout out to Melissa. Hey, Melissa. There you go. G Rod. There you go. What else? What else? What else? Google. Oh, dang. It's over an hour. Whew. It's over an hour. I gotta put the hat on backwards. Oh, you can't even see the hat on backwards unless the bill of it at least. What else? What else? What else? That's Google. SPY, right? SPY. Catching a bounce today, right? Never in a straight line. Well, I wouldn't never say never, right? It's not just straight up or straight down forever, right? There's usually bounces along the way or retracements along the way. So there's SPY, right? Hasn't filled this gap yet. Is that a gap? I don't know what that's from. Dow Jones. Good morning. So, let's see, Dow Jones. Yeah, we already covered that one. We already covered it. Al Art Tattoo. Yeah, we already covered that one. We talked about it. We covered it. You got the shorter term targets and you got the longer term targets. 2 of the 4 targets been hit so far. Sell signal. It's bouncing right now, but it's below the trailing dots. Yeah, we already covered it. SPY, VIXM, QQQ. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Front running my 4th target over here on QQQ. Woo, that was close, right? Yep. Yep. Okay, so that's about it over there. Sniper back over here. Let's take a look at some of the Bitcoin mining stocks. Is the bottom in? Oh, too early to call it. Too early to call it right now, right? Too early to call if the bottom is in or not. They've been crushed, but it's too early to call it. I'd be waiting for a higher probability of a reversal, me personally. Bitfarm. Too early to call it. Marathon Digital. Too early to call it. Possibly. Too early to call it. CLSK. Oversold. Pending reversal candle. Too early. Too early. Possible double bottom on a couple of these. Too early. Cypher mining. So there's that. Let's see. PayPal. I want to look at PayPal. Then we'll circle back to the chart requests. Where is PayPal? There we go. Yep. Still bullish on the daily chart, but just as we kind of talked about, when it was up and over here, we talked about expecting a retracement and possibly fill this gap over here. It was getting pretty far extended, but overall, the higher time frames are still bullish. Nothing has changed on the higher time frames. Just kind of letting the trending dots catch up, right? Monthly chart, no buy signal yet, but bullish on all other time frames. Pending buy signal on the 3-week chart. There was a pending buy signal on the last 3-week chart, similar to over here in March 2020, but then it closed without a buy signal, and now we have another pending buy signal that closes at the end of September, which happens to be the end of the monthly candle as well. So I'm bullish long term on PayPal. On the daily chart, I'm talking about a pullback as it's pulling back, and this was a big move from $56 to $76. So getting a retracement over there. Whew, I think that's all I'm going to cover. We're going to look at some of these chart requests, probably not all of them. UBX. Okay. Crypto UBX. It's UBXS. Okay, UBX. Yeah, so similar thoughts to the other altcoins, right? You got the bullish divergence. There's daily chart, yep. Bullish divergence, possible higher low, right? So bullish divergence followed by a possible higher low over here. So there you go. That's about it. Not much else to really report because we covered the altcoins pretty good amount. So similar thoughts to the other altcoins. Huge move up, big correction over here, bullish divergence, possible higher low over there. So that's about it. Oil, WTI. Pretty sure I have it on here. I haven't looked at it in a while. Universal Tech, no, WTI. Come on, Jesse. Come on, Jesse. WTI. There you go. Okay. Still bearish on the daily chart. Still bearish on the weekly chart. Still bearish on the 2-week chart. Still bearish on the 3-week chart. Still bearish on the monthly chart. MACD pending below 0 over there. Still bearish. 4-hour chart. Bearish on higher time frames. If I remember correctly, you love to do the counter trades. That's probably why you're looking at a counter trade. Possible double bottom on the 4-hour chart. It would be, if you're buying that dip, you better sell that rip because is bearish on all higher time frames. It's even bearish on the 4-hour chart. But if that's what you're looking for, is bearish overall. So anything that gets bought up or pumped, expecting it to get sold off based off of the higher time frames, right? So there you go. What else? Back on the daily chart. Yeah, I mean, maybe it gets a bounce back up, but it's bearish on all time frames that I'm seeing. Woo! Woo! Yep. Welcome back to the fake living room. If you go to Kelly Kellum's video on Saturday on BitLabs or go to his Twitter, I think I reposted it too, so you can follow. You can find it on my Twitter. That was my real living room, or the painting that my wife did. My wife did that painting, so it's not fancy art. I have no artistic ability whatsoever. She's got some artistic ability for sure. I don't. But that painting in the living room is the real living room. But I just have it me in the painting because there's baby gear everywhere. There's baby. I mean, we have them. We have. I told the wife, I'm like, we need one of everything upstairs and we need one of everything downstairs, right? There's no way we're gonna go up and down and up and down, up and down. Baby diaper changing area, uh, diaper genie, right? Diapers, diaper, toys, noisemakers, uh, Bjorns, baby Bjorns, right? You know what I'm talking about. Baby swings. It's just getting to be chaotic, right? And she's not even moving around yet. No, she's moving around. She's very, 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 very active. But as far as like, she's not crawling yet. She's only 11 weeks. 11 weeks today, so she's not crawling yet. Yet. Yeah. So, but you can see the real living room, uh, at least the painting of it from my laptop. I brought my laptop down and set it up over there. Because I didn't have a background image for his show. Inch, sure, 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 sure. Inch probably looks similar to the other altcoins that we already covered, right? That's market cap. Let's do that. Yeah, it looks the same, right? It looks the same. So we covered it in the past. Still, right? So this is low, possible higher low, right? So looks very similar to the other altcoins. Not much really else to talk about. Looks similar to the other altcoins. This could even be bullish divergence, similar to other altcoins, right? And this could be the higher low. So yeah, a lot of similarities in Inch. That's why I don't cover everything. I already covered a lot. Ritus, it looks like you're like trying to promote something. So I'm not going to talk about it. Okay. Tidewater on all. Let's see, Tidewater. TDW. Oops. Oh, Tidewater. Okay. Thanks for putting in all the details, letting me know. Not a meme coin. Yeah, it's oversold. It could remain oversold, aka ultra bearish, right? It's ultra bearish. So that's the daily chart. Let's zoom out here. Weekly chart is bearish. It's overdue for a correction, right? It has not retested the 200-week moving average in a very, very, very long time. February 2022. So it had a big run, right? Had a huge run. And then on the weekly chart, you had long-term bearish divergence. Get the MACD out of here. We don't really care about that, except for the pending part. Bearish divergence, right? And RSI sell signal, June 2024. And a lower high over here. So that's not the bearish divergence, but this is the bearish divergence. I'm not sure why the indicator is picking that up. No, oh yeah, I get it. So this is a lower high, but also the bearish divergence from over here. That's interesting. Sell signal over here. It's bearish. Seems like the probabilities are increasing that it's also going to go back and retest the 200-week moving average. 2-week chart is bearish, right? Long-term bearish divergence. It's possible. It seems like a strong possibility that it could go back and retest the 200-week moving average for sure. So we don't know if it will or not, but that's what I'm seeing. Expect bounces along the way, especially when it gets oversold on lower time frames. Expect bounces along the way. However, the overall trend seems like it wants to go back and retest 200-week moving average. So with that, what else? What else? What else? What else? I'll do tell. You had 2 of them, and we just covered UBX for someone else, right? Who was UBX? Couple people. We'll cover tell for you. Matthew, you got it. You're welcome. Tell. Let's take a look at tell. And then we'll probably wrap it up. Ooh, hour and 18 minutes. Yes, jeez. I got a lot to do today. oh, mic check. That's still good. That's still good. Those are long-term targets, right? Probably could delete those. No, we're gonna leave them on. Longer term potential tell targets. I haven't looked at this in a while, right? I haven't looked at it since May 2024. So probably looking similar to other altcoins. Probably won't need to spend too much time on it. No higher low as of yet, unlike some of the other altcoins. There is bullish divergence though. So there's that bullish. Where was it again? I think it was right here. So this is bullish divergence, right? There's no higher low yet. It is getting oversold. And then I think we're going to wrap it up here. Whew. Bullish divergence. Getting oversold. There was a reverse candle after the bullish divergence again, right? So if price starts getting back above the trending dots, if price starts breaking out of this downward trend line, and if price is starting to have a pending buy signal, all that stuff happening, probably right around the same time within a candle close or two, then we could see a bigger bounce over on tell. But as of right now, it continues to this downward correction, right? So that's tell. I think we're going to call it there. Juan, you got it. You are welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Matthew, you got it. You got it. You got it. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I did. Minnesota Vikings won. Had a good time with the baby. Took her out to eat at a nice restaurant, one of our favorite restaurants. Pretty nice restaurant. And I took the wife. I took the baby. Took the wife's best friend and her 5-year-old daughter. And us 5 went out to dinner. I covered the check, right? Yeah. Of course I did, right? Of course I did. I'll pay, even if it's her friend. I don't care. What else? What else? Had a good weekend. So there we go. And just chilled Sunday. Oh, I did a little bit of work Sunday. I did a little bit of work Saturday. Had things to work on, important stuff on the tools. Good stuff, right? Got some stuff back into development. Breaking news. Came up with another idea this week and put it back into development, right? So always trying to, even though the tools are getting better and better, I'm not even listing it. I haven't even listed the latest one on the website. I don't even think I'm going to. Maybe I will. Not for a while, but for current Discord members and beta testing it right now. And so from there, we'll see what happens, and then continuing to put. I haven't even made an announcement of the latest one that I just put it back into development for beta. So constantly grinding to try to make it better and improve and improve and improve. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Could be life changing. So we'll see. It already is life changing for me, my own personal opinion. And the results are starting to show. So it's already going to be life changing. So hopefully we can change some more members' lives as well. So that's the goal. You got it, Juan. You got it. You got it. Doc. Thank you. Thank you, Doc. We didn't even cover gold for you. We didn't even cover gold. Come on, Doc. Are you still here? We didn't even cover gold for you like we did on Friday. Was it Friday or Thursday? I can't remember. The days are blending in. We didn't even cover gold for you. Remember, we were talking about possible bearish divergence, possible lower high, right? Possible. Too early to say, but still much more of the same. Thank you. Thank you. You got it. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see. We'll see. If I change more Discord members lives in the future, then I'll feel like that is worthy, right? Obviously, some of my ego already thinks that, but I try to stay neutral, even in my own head, right? And but if I were to change, if I were to truly change, help change, you know, more Discord members' lives, right? Then I would throw that word around a lot more. But I don't. I don't think of myself as a goat. Not yet. I got to change a lot more people's lives first. So with that, hope everyone has a good rest of your day. Hope everyone has a great Taco Tuesday, because I'm not going to be back on here tomorrow. You're on your own. But so I didn't do an hour. I'm not going to do an hour live stream tomorrow, but I did an hour and a half today. That doesn't even make sense, Jesse. So Wednesday will probably be a lot less, but the Monday's a lot to cover, right? Tomorrow we're off from the live streams. Nobody's paying me to do it anyways. In fact, it actually cost me money because StreamYard, the system that I'm using, cost me, I don't even know. What is it? $49 a month, $59 a month. I honestly don't even know. It's at least $49 a month on StreamYard. It's just on auto subscription. So, woo wee. All right, there's that. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks again, and we'll see you on Wednesday. All things considering. So, with that.